But we're going to have a look. The 5 lights are about to get underway. I don't want to see that angle. I want to see this angle. Here we go. Stone Kiwi, will he get us away first? He's going to be it might be a sitting duck coming out of turn 1. Oh no, Sir Josh, he's almost gotten really squirrely and lost it on the line. Kenneth Ang looks like he's going to take second place from Wobble Candy, but it looks relatively clean. Let's see who's going to get it. Kenneth Ang now going to be challenging Stone Kiwi. It's going to be who's going to be able to get this toe. It's Kenneth Ang's going to get the toe. We hop on board with Kenneth Ang closing all the time. This is important days for Stone Kiwi. If he doesn't stay out in front, he's going to be regretting it. Starting from pole, Kenneth Ang diving down the inside. There is plenty space. Oh, Stone Kiwi's just hanging in there. Kenneth Ang got a great drive. He's going to put him alongside into turn 7. Is he going to go down the inside? He is. Probably leaving a little bit too much room. There's contact. But it looks to be okay. Let's go back to the start. We're going to be riding on board with Migs as he got a very slow moving Alfa Romeo who didn't really get off the line at all. Migs going down the outside makes a ginormous leap around the outside of turn 1. Picking up 4 places. That was his 5th from the Mercedes. What a start from Migs.
Wobbly Candy could take it on Kenneth here at the moment. He's got his, he's basically his teammate of Riz. They're covering off Sir Josh.
Oh, Reese and Harris went super wide.
Yeah, this Riz gone into, well, first victim, isn't it? They're already on.
Oof.
And Wobbly Candy, I think, has got an overtake there on Kenneth. Yes, he does. So then one McLaren's into the wall, the other McLaren's into a points-paying position into podium.
Into P2, yeah. Let's check out exactly what happened to Reese and Harris going through Eau Rouge. Look, it looked like he got a massive tank slap and so close. I don't know how he did not hit the wall or make contact with anybody coming past. That is absolute pure luck and maybe a little bit of skill in there too from Reese.
Eau Rouge at 300 kilometers an hour and live to see another day. Brilliant there.
Windows retired from the session.
Oh, Windows lost it. I think Windows
safety car.
Lost it yet. Oh, that's that. So Window didn't do exactly what Rias somehow managed to survive.
Okay, so we're going to go on board with Windows. Here's the reason we have our first safety car of the day. Window coming out of the pit lane. I believe that's because of the earlier knock at the end of lap 1 with an Alpine. So Window going through Eau Rouge and loses it exactly the same way Reese and Harris did, just not as lucky. So another victim for Eau Rouge. Yeah, basically a free pit stop kind of for JDZ and Reese and Harris. So they would have stopped. Probably they would have cut back at least. Oh, Sir Josh has gone round and he's always been tapped by iLove controller. There's carnage. Oh my word!
Oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 massive cars. That has to be a safety car at this point. That has to be. There's no front wing from Magic.
Okay, we're going to quickly have a look exactly what happened. So Sir Joshi coming around turn 7, loses the rear end and basically put into the middle of the track, and that's where he, I think, collects iLove controller. And then it all kicks off with Sir Wolfie flying. And we're going to have a look from, this is from Miggs' angle. So Miggs coming into the corner, sees iLove controller, tries to get out of the way and sends Sir Wolfie to space, basically. And then it all kicks off after that with Joe missing a wing as well. On board with Sir Wolfie right now, going around turn 7, there's a yellow flag, sees a danger, that gap ever closing and nothing Sir Wolfie could have done, just gets lifted up into space and yeah, we got 3 missing front wings.
Gonna go down turn 17 and block.
Oh, Sir Josh, you almost clipped the barrier. Who is that? That's, I think it's Sir Wolfie and Kiwi have both gone round. A lot of incidents happening. There's more incidents we had in tier 1 than we had in tier 2. So Oreo has retired. Where is Oreo retired?
Just trying to check at the moment there where Oreo has retired.
Safety car. Oh my.
Yeah, out of Lost Source. Oreo's lost it out of Lost Source.
Man, can this race get any crazier? On board with Oreo now, going into turn 1. Looks decent, looks okay. And goes straight into the wall. That is super strange. Oreo just lost the rear end, just at random, and into the wall and off his front wheel goes. Now on board with Kiwi, as we're going to see what happened earlier when Kiwi and Sir Wolfie came together. Actually, Kiwi loses on his own, and Oh man, the Alfa Romeo gets so close to knocking the rear of Kiwi, and there's Sir Wolfie having to recover. So that's why these two, it looked like they came together, but really Kiwi lost it, and everyone else had to avoid it. Yeah, I'm looking out for Stone Kiwi and how much of a jump he's going to get. Wobble Candy, he's already gone. Done. He's caught Wobble Candy napping. He's very particular with his lines, and it's helping him perfectly. He's able to build a couple of tenths gaps, 7 tenths a gap. As J Rocket is being passed by I Love Controller off the line. You now got JDZ, who's very close to the back of Matty Man as well on the hards. A couple of people on hards. So they're thinking long term. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Matty Man right in behind I Love Controller. I think he backed out of it, but it's allowed JDZ to get nice and close to J Rocket. Reese Harris gets multiple warning penalty. Red Bull coming back.
Yeah, back there. Keep got it done on J-Rock.
Okay, so while everyone is recovering from the safety car, this little battle was happening just a little ways down, where Sir Joshi's battling with Migs Kiwi, who's recovering back onto the track, and Azako there right in the foreground. You got Sir Joshi trying to pick up the best toe in the world, from the triple toe basically. Dives in between Migs and Kiwi, picks his spot in between into turn 5, and makes a double overtake.
Drivers who were in Belgium. So it's
Okay.
going to basically bring the car home. I'm seeing this Kiwi going really, really wide.
Hello everyone, and welcome to OCE Racing League 1 for round 6 at the Singapore Grand Prix. So, we had quite an interesting OCE 2 race at Singapore, with 2 safety cars, maybe a few desyncs that might have hampered a couple of things, but hoping for a better race in Tier 1. Well, I wouldn't say better, because the action was really awesome, and the cars going sometimes 3 cars into one corner and then managing to come out through perfectly was brilliant stuff to see. But let's pray for no more desync. And yeah, we're back at Singapore. We had a little bit of a break, about a 50-minute break from Tier 2, and we'll hop on board with Kenneth Ang, the man who did the hot lap of the week. He'll take us through what it's like to come through the hot lap around Singapore. So coming into turn 1, nice and late on the brakes, just after 100-meter board. Try not to take too much of the curb on turn 2, so you can straighten yourself up for turn 3. Coming now into turn 4, the Republic Boulevard, and open up that DRS right now, as you see the flap just open up for him. In through turn 6, that little kink there. Coming to turn 7, braking just after the 100-meter board. Try not to go too wide at the exit of turn 7, because you'll invalidate your lap. In through turn 8, turn 9 now. Try not to take too much of that curb, because it really unsettles the car big time. In through to turn 10. Go a little wide, try and narrow the exit apex for turn 11. In through the Anderson Bridge into turn 13. Take a deep, late and wide apex, so you can straighten up the car, open up the DRS. It's all about the straight line speed down here. Braking just after the 100-meter board. Try not to go too wide at the exit of turn 14. Again, otherwise it's an invalidated lap. Coming through to turn 16, into now the second bridge at Singapore. We'll come into turn 18 here, into turn 19. Again, there's sausage curbs there on both turn 18, 19 and 20, so you don't want to take too much curb. And very easy to hit the wall there, so try not to go too wide. And again, going wide here will also invalidate your lap. So Kenneth Ang with a 1:36.1, but we expect to see a little bit more from him, because he has beaten that time, as from what I understand. So looking good. But we'll see really shortly. As the drivers can probably ready up, I'll read you the grid. In the Mercedes, you've got Josh KKH 223 making his debut in Tier 1. So he's a Tier 2 driver, so he's making the debut in the Tier 1 alongside Kenneth Ang in the Mercedes. In the Red Bull, it's just Travis Sun. He's also making his debut in Tier 1. He's just on his own, unfortunately. So you'll have to pull up some big result for Red Bull. In the McLaren, you've got Reese Harris and Wobble Candy. In the Alpine, you have Joe, Matty Man, in the Ferrari. So we got finally 2 Ferrari drivers. You've got Migs Z and JDZ Keith. So hopefully Ferrari can pop up with some points, boost them up the order, and let's see how far they can go. In the Aston Martin, you got Sir Joshi and Zox. It makes his comeback after 2 races away. In the AlphaTauri, you have I Love Controller and Stone Kiwi, who's on the heels of Sir Wolfie, who's currently leading the championship. Another win for Stone Kiwi might leapfrog Wolfman in Sir Wolfie, I should say, not Wolfman. Wolfman was his old name, so Sir Wolfie in the championship. In the Williams, you got Oreo and Tycho v Hendricks. Oreo hoping Tycho can carry the Williams team, as they are after the poor performance in Belgium, they've slipped down the order from P3 in the constructors to P6. So Oreo hoping Tycho can bump him up a little bit. In the Alfa Romeo, you've got Zarko and P2 from Belgium, Mad Dog. But I think the one thing we'll do quickly is introduce my co-commentator of today, and that's Chris. Chris, are you there? How are you?
Yeah, didn't have much time to sit down and relax after that last race.
No.
Singapore, obviously, a pretty long race.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It can just be. It's the laps are about a 1 minute 37 on average, depending on what the what do you call it?
The drivers.
Pretty much, yeah. It's why I couldn't get that out of my tongue is beyond me. I think a couple vocabulary, not being able to find my words right now. I'm still kicking off from T2's race, and
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
yeah, it was. As I was saying, a lot of stuff that were happening. The desync is what we don't want, but the passing is what we do want. The overtakes and the side-by-sides, maybe not the crashes, but
Yeah. Even with all the issues, I mean, there's still some pretty great racing in there.
that's true.
Which I'm sure you'll pull out and put into a nice little highlights video for everyone to see.
Well, for sure I will. I think we're now minute 16 into the qualifying, and not a single car's come out on track. Has everyone arrived into the lobby?
I'm not sure. Don't see any complaints yet. Maybe everyone's forgotten to save their setup or something.
We'll find out. Might be worth a bit of a message. But hopefully everything's okay. As I said, it's these desync issues are beginning to be a real pain right now. But in the meantime, I think while we're waiting for cars to come out on track, we may as well use this time to go through the past race results. While everything's a bit quiet at the moment. So from Belgium, you can see Stone Kiwi. He took first place with Mad Dog in second, and Joe finished off the podium. Joe had a great, wouldn't say a great run at the start, but finished off extraordinarily well, and he was able to get himself a podium. He was able to get himself a podium even with a lot of damage. So it was well done to Joe, and I do see cars coming out now, so we will go over this just in between qualifying and the race. So let's get back into the action.
Yep, just got a message from Oreo to say they've all loaded in.
Oh, beautiful. We're actually 5 minutes down, so these guys are going to have
I think we're going to be maybe 3 minutes out based on when that message came through.
Well, it'll be when we see 0, it'll be obviously not for them.
Yeah, another 3 minutes to go after then, so don't panic if you don't see someone crossing a line. Maybe 2 minutes, I'm hearing.
Okay. Well, one thing I need to also do, because I haven't done before, haven't done yet for this stream, is welcome viewers, welcome to everyone that's watching and tuning in. So please put in your who we going for, who are we supporting in this Tier 1 race. Put those down in the chat, we'll call them out. I think the one thing I also forgot to do in the Tier 2 race was announce the driver of the day, and that was the Cram Soup. So you got it now. So yeah, I'll hopefully remember this for the Tier 1 race. But so far, 2 drivers on the mediums, and that's Stone Kiwi and Wobble Candy.
Interesting.
I'm actually quite surprised, because we had more drivers going for the medium run for in Tier 2. So Tier 1, I think everyone's going for the soft. They know they want track position. Track position's key around here.
Yeah, definitely. But that tire life is definitely a factor. How long do we expect the super softs Sorry, the softs are last.
That's back in the 2018 days.
Yeah,
Super
that's
softs.
not quite. That's not quite right. Softs, how long do they go for?
The softs depends. At the start of the race, it's a struggle to get them to 10 laps. We saw in T2 that even when they boxed on lap 20, they struggled to get them to lap 31. So, and that was with light fuel load. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Of course.
As
Fuel's a factor.
Ianapolis, welcome all, welcome Ianapolis. So I hope I got that right. I think Reese was correcting me on that, so I really hope I got that right. But Kenneth Ang will take us through the very first lap, as he was also the hot lap of the week. So he's going to be trying to impress with his 135 he hit in time trial, I believe it was, a 35.1. Do we think that was good enough for pole? Chris?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm not having dinner right now.
No, that's all good. That's all good. Nah, I know how you feel. I'm hungry too. But look, we'll see. We'll see. It's the man to beat. The man to beat right now is Stone Kiwi. He's the one closing the gap at the top of the championship. As Kenneth Ang's gone really deep into turn 14.
That's almost the line that you want. You do want to use all of the track there to get the best exit possible, but maybe not quite intentional.
Probably not that deep. As West Coast, I hope I can pronounce Kawia, says hello. I hope I got that right. I really hope I did. Kawaya. I don't know how to pronounce that. I think it's Kawaya.
West Coast.
Well, we'll just say West
There
Coast.
you
That does
Saved.
it. Let's pronounce it. Ianapolis. Okay, there we go. We have it right now. It's Kenneth Ang with a 137.5. Let's hop on board with the man who's closing in on the championship. It is Stoned Kiwi. So Joshy puts himself in second with a 38.2. Where is Stoned Kiwi going to go? Let's see, he's got 2 more corners to navigate. He'll pick up a lovely toe from this Red Bull. Oreo has left the session. And Stoned Kiwi actually slowed down. Oh, that's because he got an invalidation. So that lap went out the window. Interesting, interesting. I think Oreo might need another invite. As Zach, go Joe. So Joe's got a supporter. Let's hop on board with Joe. My hair is so long, it's just getting all in my eyes. Yeah, lock down things. But let's see. Joe, I think he's going a bit slow actually. 38. I don't think that's a full push lap. 38.7. I know he's got a lot more in the tank. Must have made a mistake somewhere. But let's see. Josh KKH on his T1 debut. Got a second in the race before. Let's see where he can put himself right now in his second race of the day. I reckon he'd be a little bit tired actually. 2 races definitely.
Singapore's one of those tracks that just takes it out of you too. Like doing 2 Singapores back to back.
Oh yeah, it's not easy. It's kind of like doing Baku twice. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's just so technical.
even still, even with Baku, to be honest, you've got that long straight to get a bit of a breather.
Just saw Joe on his left getting a bit sideways there.
As Wobble Candy goes with a 137.5, about
Nice.
50 thousandths of a second off Kenneth Ang on the mediums, as Josh KKH puts him in 5th place.
That's impressive on the mediums, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Oreo still in the pits. Did you re-invite Oreo?
Yep.
Is he in? Because he's still in the pits, which is surprising. As JDZ Keith has made his way in, and he's going for a hot lap. Putting, let's see. It's a green, it's not a purple in Sector 1. Let's see. I really like the sound of this Ferrari engine. It's
Mario's might have gone offline, just for information. I'm not sure if might be having some trouble.
possibly. I mean, we have seen a lot of desync issues recently, and they're beginning to be a real pain.
They sure are, you don't tell me.
I think JDZ Keith might have backed out of it. I don't think he's fully pushing. He's done a green though, but I don't think he's pushing. He's definitely not pushing. Trevi Sun on the mediums with a 138.6. I think he's going for it again. Ah, no, he's not. I can definitely hear he's not. So who else is going for it? It's Reese Harris. We've missed that. He's put himself up into third. The McLarens, yet again, having a great qualifying. Let's see. Everybody else, they're either in the pit or on outlaps. So we've got a bit to see. We still got what? What did you say? We were they're 4 minutes out, aren't they? So we've got 11 minutes to go.
Just two.
Oh, okay. So we'll be about 9 minutes. Okay. Kind of thing on an outlap. Who's going to start a lap? I Love Controller is going to start a lap. Let's go on board with I Love Controller. He's had some decent results lately. Didn't go so well for him in Belgium, but the last couple of rounds before that, he had some good races, so he's obviously going to try and pick up a bit of momentum this round. We actually got a decent sized grid with 17 in Singapore for Tier 1. So almost a full grid. I Love Controller pumps in a very decent, what's it called? Sector 1 time. The 26.8, he is 2/10 off the fastest sector 1 time, and that was actually set by Matty Man. Matty Man
2 or 1 even.
Yeah, Matty Man actually set purples in sector 1 and 2, but obviously, yeah, he got a red sector in sector 3. So I think Matty Man may have made a mistake in sector 3, but was looking on for pole position. Kenneth Ang actually goes purple in sector 1.
I just as I looked back up the top of the chart there, I saw the time change.
Yeah.
There's a 26.3 in the first sector, just for comparison's sake.
Yeah, that's a good 5/10 ahead of I Love Controller, as Oreo has rejoined.
He's back.
So once I Love Controller finishes, oh, it was so close to hitting the wall. Once I Love Controller finishes this lap, I'd like to go and see what Kenneth Ang is doing to his lap. It's a 37.6, putting him in 4th place. Kenneth Ang was 5/10 up, and he's 1.3 seconds down in Sector 2. He's made a mistake somewhere. Obviously not hooking up the laps right now. Who else is on a lap? Zarko. Zarko's on a lap. Zarko's generally quite good around here. What's it going to be? A 38 is flat. Putting himself in 6th place. Matty Man going a 38.2. Matty Man's definitely got more in the tank. Stoned Kiwi, actually, 26.5. That's still 2/10 off Kenneth Ang's Sector 1 time.
Yeah.
So if Kenneth Ang can actually put it together, the local boy, actually, Kenneth Ang from Singapore too. So, well, currently resides in Singapore, so the local boy. What's Stoned Kiwi going to do? It's hard to say where the comparison between Kenneth Ang and Stoned Kiwi, because, well, Stoned Kiwi just put in the purple sector for Sector 2. That is, what, a mile ahead of everybody else. The closest man to him is Kenneth Ang, but he also didn't have the best Sector 2. He's 1.3 seconds down. So, Stoned Kiwi a mile ahead of everybody else in Sector 2. It's now down to what Sector 3 is going to be. I think it's going to be a pole. It's going to be a 36, but where? It's a 35. Oh boy. I didn't see that one coming. It's a 35.5.
Very, very fast in the last sector.
Jeez. That's 2 seconds quicker to the next guy. I think some people might be worrying a bit. That's some speed. As Mad Dog comes through Sector 2, where is he sitting? It's a green. It's about average on Sector 2 right now. So I'm looking, I think he's going to end up where Zarko is in 7th place. It's now up to what his Sector 3 is. He goes a little wide into turn 16. Bit slow through turn 18 and 19. Through 20, 21 and 22. Looks okay. It's a 38.8. I think it was an invalidation. He didn't actually get a timed lap on here. As Tycho Hendrick puts himself up into second. Well, Mad Dog's gone round.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's going to have to stay there, unfortunately. There's nothing he can do about it. Zox in the garage, yet to set a time. We've got a couple of people that's actually yet to set a time, with not a lot of time to go. Josh KKH puts himself up into 5th place. The two Mercedes drivers in 4th and 5th. So Joshy's put himself up into 3rd with a 37.5. Where else? Where else can we look? Travis Sun, is he going for it? He is going for it. He's definitely going for it. He's pushing. Travis Sun in P11. He's green in all sectors so far. It's green again. Puts himself into 9th with a 37.8. His buddy and friend Reese Harris, he said to me actually this week when he was doing his time trials before the registration, he said he didn't want to give me the registration form because he wanted to make sure he beat Reese and Harris's time trial times. It's a little bit of competition there.
That's what it's all about.
Right, it is. That's what we want. We want the guys to be competing, to be pushing each other, to be getting better. That's what it's all about. Oreo on the mediums, and it's pretty late to be going on a set of mediums for a qualifying lap. I mean, if he believes he can get out of the top 10 into the top 10 with mediums, good on him.
He might do.
Well, it's a 27.
Pacing him.
It's 27 flat. Where does that put him? 27 flat puts him at P10 right now with Sector 1. It's where he can finish with Sector 2 and 3.
Is there... I actually don't know this about 2021. Is there much in the way of track evolution during the quali session?
No, there is quite a bit. You do notice that if you set your times later in the session, the track tends to ramp up a bit and times do tend to tumble. So again,
that's all part of the strat.
Yeah, but it's also up to the temperature, the weather temperature, because that plays a big factor into it. As Oreo does a 38.1 in Sector 2, again putting him around that 11th place now. So he's lost a little bit. He's lost 4 tenths to 10th place man Zarko right now. So he's looking at 11th with the mediums, which is still not a bad spot to start on. You get a fresh set. As Zox has retired, I don't know if he's hit the wall, if he's done that in the pit lane. And Oreo puts himself 12th.
Definitely was a smooth looking last sector, but smooth's not necessarily fast in these cars, you know. It's very hard to tell actually when you're actually on a fast lap.
Kenneth Ang is definitely not on a fast lap. He's moving very, very slow. As Miggs puts himself up into 4th. Did he do that on the mediums?
That's certainly what it says.
That's
Still
remarkable.
right now.
37.4 on a set of mediums. JDZ
Very
Keith.
impressive.
The two Ferrari drivers thinking medium strat. 37.4 as well. Pretty much matching his teammates' time.
So, starting on the medium then, what's the race going to look like for those runners?
Long for the first stint. I mean, the medium is the best tyre around here, without a doubt. So my thought is that a medium soft will be the way to go if you're doing a 2-stop. Medium soft. I don't think you can get around with sufficient sufficient tyre wear. I think a couple of guys tried it in T2 and it didn't really work so well. So I'm thinking medium soft is the way to go if you're doing a 2-stop. If you're doing a 1-stop, maybe a medium hard. But then again, the hards are not great either, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's such a technical circuit, like we've been saying. You really need that mechanical grip, don't you?
Yeah, big time.
There's just so much time to lose around the corners.
Look, it's massive, as Kenneth Ang has actually gone back into the pits, so he's not going again, which is interesting to me, because from what he's been telling everyone, he's got the pace.
He'll still have a bit of time to get out again if he wants to.
Well, again, it depends how much time these guys have got, because we know the session's over from our end. How much time do these got? These guys got.
Even, I think once the clock hits 0, if they're leaving the pits for us, they might have enough time to get around.
Interesting. As Wobble Candy goes with a 36.5, putting himself up into 3rd place. Kenneth Ang's actually done 35.9 somewhere. We've missed that. But Wobble Candy into 3rd. He's 7 seconds down in Sector 3, but he's in Sector 3 right now. Okay, yeah, he's made a mistake somewhere. This is not a lap. He's going into the pits. No, he's going again. So these guys definitely have time. Stone Kiwi, I think, is going again. Reese and Harris. Let's go. Let's see what Reese is going to do. Oh, he's just invalidated on turn 1.
No.
That's not fair. What's Josh KKH going to do? He's 8 thousandths of a second up on his time in Sector 1. Stoned Kiwi is going again, but he's not improving in Sector 1. He's actually down on his Sector 1 time. So if there's track evolution, it doesn't look like it for Stoned Kiwi. Some drivers are improving on their times. Josh KKH is up, but Sir Joshi is not. So it must be different for some drivers. As we have Nikita Mazepin, Sergio Perez, and Mick Schumacher who's entered the fray.
Oh.
Interesting.
That's a new one.
As Josh KKH is down half a tenth on his time. What's his Sector 3 going to be? I don't think the track is actually improving as much as people
Stone
think.
Kiwi's just clipped the wall there and he's ended his lap.
Ooh. That's not great.
So he will not be setting another time right now. He might even have wing damage.
That's interesting because he actually set a purple in Sector 2 with a 36.7.
He will not be setting a purple in Sector 3.
Most definitely not. Josh KKH coming around is a 37. He's up by 3 thousandths of a second. It keeps him 11th and he gets a free tyre choice. Who else is going around? Travis Sun has backed out of it. I think everyone's backed out or is not on a hot lap. So that marks qualifying, basically.
Is anyone still on track?
Yes, you got Wobble Candy, which I'm on board with now. Reese has just come into the box, and Travis Sun, who's just behind Wobble Candy. So
They're all boxing. I think that might be it then.
that is it. So it looks a little close. Zarko is going around, but he's finished. So the only ones left is well, no one's left now. Everyone else is in the pits, so they've crossed the checkered flag. But it's a bit closer at the top there, with Kenneth Ang only 4 tenths away from Stone Kiwi, but a full second between Stone Kiwi and Wobble Candy. The Ferraris are the ones we're going to have to look out for in 7th and 8th on the mediums. We saw in Tier 2 Goof, who was having a brilliant race up until a bit of an accident with oxygen, where he was climbing up the field 4 laps into the stint, and the mediums were just kicking in.
Yeah, so I mean, I suspect that's what the Ferrari's looking to recreate.
So
I'm sure you'd be happy to see that happen.
yeah.
Revenge.
But
that year that you don't want to talk about.
yeah, it's true. We will not mention, but we will mention Stone Kiwi grabbing first place. I want to just quickly go through the times, but Tier 2 didn't allow me to do that. But Stone Kiwi in first place from Kenneth Ang from Wobble Candy, Toko V Hendricks in 4th, Matty Man 5th, Reese Harris 6th, Mick 7th, JDZ Keith 8th, I Love Controller 9th, Sir Joshi 10th, Josh KKH in 11th, Sarko 12th, Travis Sun on his debut in 13th, Mad Dog 14th, Oreo 15th, Joe 16th, and Zox starting from the back of the pack in P17 on his comeback. As Guackle, Schumacher podium incoming, potentially. I mean, if he's in the game. Let's go through, actually, like I said before, let's go through the race results. So from last weekend, as we went quickly through them just before qualifying kicked off, but Stone Kiwi, Mad Dog, and Joe took the podium places. Matty Man also came in. So Joe and Matty Man actually came back from 16th and 13th on the grid. So the guys who started outside the top 10 managed to find their way into the top 10. And everybody else who started either in the top 10 somehow found themselves out or DNF'd. So it was an interesting race in Belgium. And what did that do to the driver standings? We're about to have a look. So Wolfie leads the way by 4 points, but he's not racing, so he's not going to get any points here. Stone Kiwi, if he wins, or even, well, he just needs to finish ahead, or just finish the race, and he'll leapfrog Sir Wolfie. Matty Man in P3 from Kenneth Ang. So we'll see how this goes, but these guys not too far behind. In the constructor standings, you can see AlphaTauri have, in the last 3 races, gone from 7th to leading the pack, and that's been with 3 race wins and I Love Controller with a couple of two podiums to his name as well in the last 3 races, so, or 4 races. So it's been a great run for AlphaTauri. Alfa Romeo still up there. Alpine have jumped their way. Mercedes, however, have fallen 3 spots. Williams are also the biggest loser, losing 3 spots as well from the last race. So Mercedes and Williams have got a bit of a job to do if they are going to get themselves back into the top 3. But right now, it's AlphaTauri who's leading the way. We'll have a quick look at the Singapore track info. As the most poles, which it goes to Sir Joshi, who finds himself in 10th place. So he's got the most current pole positions at Singapore. It is now equaled by Stoned Kiwi. The last winner for the Singapore Grand Prix was Sex AMG back in Season 2. And Sir Joshi also has the fastest race lap with a 1:36.443, which, I mean, that was with the 2020 car, so I don't imagine we're going to see a faster race lap than that at Singapore. I don't know. I don't think we will we? Chris?
Well, stranger things have happened today so far, so.
Well, it's true. But the cars are they're overall slower, so...
Yeah.
We saw in Tier 2 that the fastest lap was still 2 seconds away from the fastest race lap from last...
It would take a heroic esports lap to get up there.
This is true. This is very true. But we have had some races where the lap records have been broken, so... Maybe this is probably just not one of them. This might actually... So Josh, you might have his name plaqued into the Singapore Grand Prix for the fastest race lap. Unless Codemasters somehow give the cars a massive boost.
Extras.
Extremers.
Extras.
Extremers. But we're coming onto the grid. We're not too far away from the race start. And we haven't done is checked who is on what tyre. And we have Josh KKH and Zox on the hards. For me, that's extremely interesting.
Yeah, like you said, they're not a great high to be on when you're trying to battle. They're just slower.
But it's what I'm more surprised is Josh knows from the hard stint back in the last race that it didn't work. So even that's quite surprising for me, as you got 6 drivers on the mediums and the rest on the softs. So I imagine the soft tyre drivers are going to be dropping off in about 4 laps.
They'll have the chance to pull out ahead.
Yeah.
Early on, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
I find this pretty funny that Stone Kiwi's AI keeps looking to the left towards Kenneth Ang. So, but 5 laps are about to get underway. They're going to go out any moment. They are right now. We've got that usual game glitch where the cars don't move, but they have moved now. Stone Kiwi's got a brilliant start. Kenneth Ang, where is he going to drop into the pack? He's going to be passed by Wobble Candy. No, Kenneth Ang dives down the inside. Keeps P2. That's important for him. So far, we've had a couple of changes. Let's see. It's down that middle pack. The Ferraris moved down each 1 place, but they know their race is coming down very, very soon. As Zarko, we got 3 cars down the straight side by side. Now settled into a single file. Who's that going down the inside? It's Oreo, and Zarko's able to just swipe across and keep the position. You also got Joe and Zox battling down the very end. These guys had an amazing battle back in Belgium in Season 2. You've also got Josh KKH battling with Mad Dog. Joe trying to go down the inside of Mad Dog. Who's going to get the place? I think it might go to Joe. Oh, Mad Dog's gone extremely wide. Zox have made contact with Mad Dog. Mad Dog's fallen down to last place. Trevisan looks very close to the back of I Love Controller. Is there going to be a pass on for here? It's Red Bull versus AlphaTauri. I think Helmet Marco says no. the gap at the front is 1.3 seconds. We got a yellow flag somewhere.
Oh no! Big
Oh!
accident.
Jeez! Massive pile up. What happened here?
Someone got stuck there. I didn't actually quite catch who, but someone's. I think one of the Alpines missing a wing, or Williams or something. I think I saw blue flying in the air.
Well, we'll
Yeah, there's an
know.
Alpine.
We see a lot of people diving into the pits. So, and one of them is the Ferraris. One of the Ferraris
Yeah,
has died
that's
in the pits.
really disappointing.
I think it might have all kicked off with Reese and Harris because he's the first one to pit. Wow, that's a lot of drivers in the pit lane.
Man, that's not what we were expecting at the start. Just as I was holding my breath waiting to say we'd had such a clean start, like a clean getaway from everyone, good few first corners.
Yeah, and it's just all gone to crap.
Yeah, now that's had some big implications for positional changes. We've got, I mean, great for Keith there, up 4 places now on the softs, sorry, on the mediums. He's going to be just able to pump in times now. He's got clear air ahead of him.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see in the next 2 laps. JDZ will start closing the gap. What is his gap to the leader? 13 seconds. So I imagine in about 2 or 3 laps that'll start coming down. It's a nice camera on board with I Love Controller. So some.
Oh, this angle is really confusing. It
is a little bit.
It's a bit disorienting.
As Joe and
I've never seen that
oh,
before.
Joe's gone round.
Oh no.
I think there's been extra contact between Zox and Joe. Yeah, Joe's got damage.
Does he?
Zox has damage. Zox is missing his front left end plate. Mad Dog.
Joe looks alright on my screen.
Yeah, I think it's just Zox. Zox is the one that's got the
missing an end
damage.
plate, yeah. And all this giving Stone the opportunity to just run away at the front.
It's true. I mean, Kenneth Ang. Oh, Zox is into the wall. And there goes his full front wing. That's gone, disappeared. Oreo 4/10 behind I Love Controller. And those mediums, you can see the mediums are starting to kick in now. Oreo's just all over the back of I Love Controller.
Ahead of the front wing on the pile. I hope there was extra allocation here today. There's so many front wings they've gone through.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, this race and the last 2 that we ran.
Well, DRS opened up. Oreo just there behind. I Love Controller. Is he going to go for the move? He darts to the inside. Thinks about it. I Love Controller goes a little bit deep. He allows Oreo to come back at him. But there's no room to pass here. JDZ Keith start to close in on Wobble Candy, taking about 4/10 away in the last half a lap. So medium tyres, they're starting to kick in now. I don't think it'll be too long before the softs start thinking about coming into the pits.
So, Oreo's had a really good start to this race, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He just needs to keep out of trouble, and like this has been his thing really. He starts out of the top 10, stays out of trouble, and then when it's time to pump in the laps, he does. But in Belgium, it didn't work out so well for him. He retired instead. So.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's not what we see today.
Hopefully.
But he's in a really good position, up in 6th on the mediums. Again, if he does manage to get past our controller here, he'll be free to just pump in laps.
He's going for it. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's close.
He's got the DRS. He's got
both of them.
Josh KKH lurking as well. Ooh, he's actually overshot the corner.
He'll get in trouble for that.
He might.
He'll get a warning for that for sure.
But Josh KKH behind
yeah, at
the
the end of the day, it's left him ahead, and he'll now be free to.
Josh is spun.
Oh, how did that happen?
I think he just lost the rear end of the car. And he's just fallen. He's lost the place to Joe, and he might lose the place to Mad Dog. No, he's just kept ahead in front.
Yeah, it seems like he's gotten it going again.
Yeah, the Hearts just don't have the required grip that you need. And I think it might just be down to that. Like, when you want to turn it in, it just doesn't want to do it, and I think the back end just complained. And Joe got really squirrely out of turn 9.
Like we said. You need those tires under you here. Like, there's not a lot of margin for error in almost every corner.
Yeah, as Kiwi, great move from Oreo. It was a fairly great move from Oreo down the inside of
Yeah.
turn 1.
And it's put him in a great place. Now he's, 7 seconds down on Keith up ahead, so he's just got room to run, room to breathe. He can just pump in lap times now, use his tyre, and really set himself up for a great second half of the race.
Yeah, you can see JDZ Keith and Oreo closing in on Wobble Candy. The gap between Kenneth Ang and Stone Kiwi only 2.6 seconds, so...
And thanks sticking with him then.
He is. You got a yellow flag. I can't see. It might be Zarko moving slowly, or Migs.
Yeah, hard to tell.
Anyone missing a front wing? No. It's all okay. Travis Sun may have lost out. His car looks okay. So the yellow flag, not sure what that was for, but...
It was probably nothing.
Probably. These highlights are going to be fun to edit.
Oh, yeah. There'll be plenty of content for sure.
Wobble Candy closing in on Kenneth Ang. It's 1.8 seconds right now. Mad Dog closing in on Josh KKH. We've got another yellow flag, and I think it might be Zox moving very slowly.
Someone stopped. It is Zox. Zox executing a 3.10 on the under the grandstand section.
Ugh, very tight. Very difficult.
With no front wing.
Yet again, not been going well for Zox.
Oh, you did do well to get out of there without having to reset there. That was pretty impressive, actually. These cars don't quite handle like your average
road car,
hatchback, do they?
No. I mean, the hatchback would be perfect around here.
Yeah, it probably would be, wouldn't it? Yeah, these cars do look a bit bigger and clumsy at the low speeds that you sometimes see around here.
Yeah, they really can.
So Zox, he's in the box again for another front wing and another set of tyres. Again, he's gone to the hards.
He's just been lapped.
Yep.
Kenneth Ang in the pits.
Really?
Yeah, he's decided to box early.
He's taking the mediums.
This will be important. He will want to get out ahead of I Love Controller. Got another yellow flag. Wobble Candy has had a bit of a moment. It's allowed JDZ Keith.
Controller's coming out onto the straight now.
So Kenneth Ang is not going to jump ahead of
There he
I Love
goes.
Controller.
Yeah. All the while, I Love Controller getting overtaken by Joe there. That was a great move.
See, this is where you don't want to be because Joe's on the mediums. And that's going to hurt. We've got another yellow flag. Tycho Hendricks has retired.
Oh.
It's on the main straight. Are we going to have a safety car? Nothing at the moment.
Did he just drop it? I see green flags right now at the end of the straight.
Ooh! How is that not a safety car? That's amazing.
The stewards think that's fine. It's not on the racing line, they say.
That's amazing.
Hopefully the drivers manage to avoid that. It is a little bit further down the straight, so they should see that stranded car there as they come around the corner while it's still there.
It's gone now, but
Gone.
how
that could have been a little bit worse than it was.
How that?
I wonder what happened there.
I don't know. How that wasn't a safety car, I do not know. Maybe the game had enough of giving the safety car in Tier 2.
Yeah, a reduced safety car, right?
Yeah, Stone Kiwi has just gone into the pits. So now JDZ Keith will be free to lap at his own pace. Wobble Candy coming into the pit now. So JDZ Keith leads the race. So he's looking quite nicely.
Yeah, I'm sure this is what they were hoping for.
It's going to be interesting to see where Kenneth Ang comes out in comparison to Stone Kiwi. He's closing Joe. Whoop. Stone Kiwi's just coming out of the pits now, so he's comfortably ahead of Kenneth Ang and Joe. I think this is what held Kenneth Ang up the most. So Joshy gets himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Don't give me this view, I want this view. Kenneth Ang gone.
Yeah, comfortably on the straight.
Got another yellow flag. It's an Aston Martin. It might be Sir Joshy. Sir Joshy
yeah, I
moving
think
very
so.
slowly.
He's got no going again though.
Trevi Sun is very close to the back of Miggs. Miggs on the hards. He's going long. Go long. Ooh, Trevi Sun very close to cutting the corner there too.
Surprisingly, there's a few places you can do that in Singapore and get in trouble for it. It doesn't seem like it with the walls as close as they are, but there's definitely places where the stewards will give you a penalty.
Well, it's true. Stone Kiwi very close to the back of Oreo, who's getting very close to the back of a back marker. So this could help Kenneth Ang. Back marker does his best to get out of the way, and that is Zox. This is slowing Stone Kiwi all the time. Look at the gap to Kenneth Ang and.
Oh, no!
Stone Kiwi's at the. Oh my! Oh wow! Stone Kiwi. Oh wow! He's following Oreo, and then all of a sudden, Oreo's lost it right in front, and Stone Kiwi had nothing to do but slam on the brakes.
Guys just let go on him there. Only 6 laps old. He's really feeling those. They won't be feeling much better now with the heat through them.
No, not at all. Oreo decides to get out of the way of Stone Kiwi.
Could have picked up some damage from that.
This will be interesting now. Stone Kiwi versus Kenneth Ang for a straight fight, as Matty Man has retired.
Oh,
On the pit straight again, and we've got a safety car.
Oh, here we go.
Who's in the pits? I Love Controller. So there's Matty Man. There you can see his car on the pit straight. That's 2 retired. We got a roll. We got a wheel. There's a wheel rolling down the pit straight.
You see that? What?
Oh my!
What on earth? Is that gonna do that classic V8 clip and end up on top of the rest of the tire barriers with its family?
I don't know. Stone Kiwi's given a 5-second penalty for collision with Zox. What? Oh my! There's a massive. What is going on?
Whoa! What on earth? There's a big collision down there. I'm not sure if that's some desync or if a bit of a big misunderstanding down there. Or that's
A couple
I'm
of
sure we'll hear more about that.
two drivers are missing their front wings, and that is Josh KKH and Reese Harris, or Reese Harris, I should say. What is going on?
Yeah, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. So those guys are gonna have to box. Lose out on some positions. I'm not sure. Have they boxed already? Under the safety car?
No, they haven't. So Joe's deciding to box now. Oreo will dive into the pits. Will Stone Kiwi dive into the pits? He is. No, he's not. Wait, yes, he is. He decided he's going to the pits.
In.
So what's he gonna go out onto? This will be key. He's going to serve the 5-second time penalty. So now we can't touch that, which is good. See, this is what I mean. You can serve these time penalties in the pits.
Yeah.
He's going on the hards. So he's going to the end.
Do the hards get you to the end? What do they usually do?
They will get you to the end from here. 100%.
But, it doesn't sound like it'll be a good time.
It won't. But
not because they'll degrade or anything, just because they're not that great.
I mean, look, Stone Kiwi, he's got pace, so I'm sure he'll make it work.
Yeah, he'll need to really knuckle down and use every little bit of pace that he's got, won't he?
Yeah. So Joshy given us just sort of time penalties for a corner cut, I think.
Sounds like we definitely are having a little bit of desync at the moment, which may be the cause of some of those incidents.
Probably. Will it have allowed Zox to catch the field, though, is the next question. No, he's going to be behind the safety car. So Zox is still going to be a lap down.
Zox. Did Mad Dog make it around?
Yeah, Mad Dog's okay. So Zox is the only one that's been lapped.
Right.
Wow. What have we been what are we witnessing?
Yeah, this is just all over the place.
So
the field right now is pretty disparate, actually, so might have a long safety car watching these guys go.
Possibly.
Collect up.
As Luke EXE formation lap can cause desync. Actually, I don't think that's 100% accurate because we've tried with no formation lap, and we still had desync. I think the game is just desync. So
Yeah.
we've tried without the formation lap, with the formation lap, not on stream without the formation lap, but it's the game itself is just all desync. Desync we're left, desync to the right. Doesn't matter where you look.
I pull back the sheets on my bed and I see desync. It haunts me.
Tycho Hendricks, the game is an alpha project. Me, very, very sad. I imagine you would be. You were looking quite well, Tycho. Kiwi, not Codemasters. Well, if it's not Codemasters, it's got to be something else.
Code noobs. Yeah, you feel for the drivers who are being impacted by
Desync.
things that are just out of their hands.
Well,
That's the last thing you want when you're battling for position. When you haven't, some of these battles are really fantastic. Like the respect between these drivers is great.
yeah.
We've seen it in snapshots really when the game decides to work, and we've seen it plenty in F1 2020 and in our other races.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh, Zox into the wall!
Oh, what is happening back there?
I don't know. He's just gone straight into the wall and lost his front wing.
He is struggling. What's going on with Zox today?
I really don't know what's going on with Zox today. Everyone's really slowing. Why is Reese and Harris not moving?
Oh, there's for sure illegal overtake stuff going on here.
Oh, Josh KKH, 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag. Oh man. What do we do?
That's separated the pack up a little bit. So it looks like Zox, whatever happened to Zox, he's slowed down obviously, but then the cars behind him have gotten illegal overtakes, so they've had to let him get back up to speed, and that's kind of let the crocodile separate. Maybe it's more like an earthworm when you cut it in half and it keeps both of the ends keep going.
That's amazing. So, according to Tycho, he lost the car himself. He doesn't know what happened, but it wasn't desync. So maybe Codemaster's not to blame with Tycho Hendricks.
Okay, interesting. Zox has stayed out with no wing there.
I think he's had enough. I think he's just like, I'll do it. I'll drive with no wing. Zox, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, having to cut the corners to stay within touching distance of, who is that? Josh KKH. Well, this is the thing. If Zox crashes within a lap after this safety car goes, let's just say for argument's sake, we got very close to the back of Josh, we won't have a safety car. But I'm surprised the Tycho Hendricks crash was not a safety car. That absolutely bemused me massively.
Well, yeah, we run reduced safety cars, so I think every incident has like a percentage chance to cause a safety car, and I guess that was just not enough for the reduced safety car to come out.
Yeah.
Surprising, but I guess it depends on how the game decides
It's true.
what a safety car is or not.
It's true. Apparently, Tycho's sent me the message of what happened to him, but I can't play it because the stream is focused on the game, not the screen. So, Chris, he said he sent it to you, so maybe you can have a look what happened to Tycho and explain to the audience.
I don't see it.
Safety car in his
Not to
lap.
call you a liar, Tycho, but I think you're a liar. Yeah, if I see it, I'll have a look.
Zox trying to warm up his tires with no front wing is probably one of the best things I've ever seen. He's having to, the car is going from one side of the track to the other side of the track just so he can get heat into the tires.
I'm hoping he can stay out of the way of the cars behind him because he's currently at the back of the field, so he's going to be a lap down on these guys.
Yeah, Kenneth Ang, the de facto safety car, will bunch the pack, and they've almost run into each other. Maybe don't bunch the pack up too much.
Oh, it's sent on Steam message. Oh, there it is. Sorry, Shaka, I don't see why Steam messages during. I've got them turned off.
Well, Kenneth Ang is free to go when he wishes. And he's gone. Stoned Kiwi is going to have to hang back for a little while. But I Love Control, I think, will get out of the way. Team orders, maybe? No, he's not. Stone Kiwi's going to have to fight. So he's going to have to get out of his comfort zone from leading the races to fighting with everybody else.
Yeah, tall order when you're on the hards there.
Well, Josh KKH is actually super close behind him. Stone Kiwi going for it on I Love Controller. He backs out of it.
Quiet. He's playing it pretty safe, which is smart.
Yeah, he knows.
It's a long way to go. We're on the lap 12.
Yeah, he knows. At least we've got a yellow flag. Where have we got a yellow flag? Zox is okay. It's Sir Joshi.
Joshi's gone around. Doing some celebratory donuts there, I think. Looks like he's tried to right himself, but he's gone around one too many times.
Oh man, this pack is supremely close. On board from Reese Harris's view. JDZ Keith going for the move on Oreo, tried to go down the inside, did not come out. Oreo's going wide, he's had to cut the corner, so that's going to hamper him. There's a big gap between Oreo and Travis Sun, but then there's a little gap between Travis Sun and Miggs for about 4/10. So it's kicking off here. It's Kenneth Ang. Oh no, Reese Harris almost lost the rear end. Yellow flag. I think it's Sir Joshi. JDZ Keith trying his absolute hardest to get around Oreo. It seems like these Ferraris are set up for the harder compounds because they're really doing well on these. DRS open? Not yet. JDZ Keith going for it on Oreo. Oreo's left the room.
Man, this group is so tightly knit still.
I know, Stone Kiwi going for it on I Love Controller, and he makes up the place. Ooh, I need to get up on board here. Reese Harris dives on Josh KKH, who's going to get into turn, what do you call it? Oh, Reese backs out. Not going for it there.
I was on board with Josh there, and seeing that papaya wing come in, which is a bit of a surprise.
Stone Kiwi all over the back of JDZ Keith now. Ooh, JDZ Keith going for it on Oreo. Goes down the inside. Oreo leaves the gap. It's still there. Stone Kiwi is now on the same track as Oreo yet again. We saw what happened before. Oh, that's brilliant view. All the time, this is allowing Kenneth Ang, Wobble Candy, and Miggs to just get down the road and all these guys fight. DRS enabled. So now we'll start to see some action.
I think it's before we're even getting to the DRS zone even. Oreo really struggling to keep it on the track.
Yeah, he's not enjoying the hards. Oh, it's contact.
Oh, that's a bit close.
Oreo's gone wide. JDZ Keith still fighting. Oreo's kept out in front at all times. Stone Kiwi, JD and Miggs, JDZ Keith going for it. Stone Kiwi's going to try and do the switchback. It's going to allow him to get the better run. We've got a yellow flag and Zox is retired from the session. Will we have a safety car? I don't know. Safety car, it is.
Alright, that's going to neutralize the race again.
Yet again.
So, Kenneth's going to lose that lead he's pulled. Wobble Candy, Mig's going to close up that gap between 4th and 5th, so Travi and Oreo is going to close back up again.
Which is a shame because the guys in front needed the clean race because they were 11 seconds up down the... Well, yeah. Kenneth Ang was 11 seconds down the road.
Exactly. So all that work he's put in is just swallowed up by the safety car.
Yeah, pretty much. Because the guys in the hards won't need to stop again. But towards the end of the race, they will have pretty... poor tire wear, so if they're not stopping again, we'll see what Kenneth Ang is going to do. So Joshi has just been able to stay ahead of the leaders. He's boxing though, so he's going to get lapped. See, the Aston Martins really struggling. Kenneth Ang, he's boxing too. Wobble Candy boxing. Migs boxing.
Mix.
Travis Sun
Travi.
boxing.
Oreo boxing.
Oreo's boxing. It
The
releases
Kiwi stays up.
Stone Kiwi.
So if Stone could keep that car, you know, pointing the right way on those hards, he's in prime position.
Remember, he's got much older tyres. 5-lap older tyres.
Are the tires gonna last to the end though?
They will. 100% they will.
That's what's gonna matter. They are gonna be older. He's got the pace, like you said.
So,
I know he might be in a pretty good spot.
I think he's in a very good spot. He's got JDZ for company. I Love Controller. Reese Harris just there. So Kenneth Ang on the hards.
It's hard to overtake here, so
I Love
his
Controller
position-
has just passed JDZ Keith.
yeah,
So,
on track. That was
yeah,
strange.
we've just seen that now. JDZ, so that could be a penalty coming the way of I Love Controller.
Yeah, some kind of desync. I would expect. Because you get penalised obviously for overtaking under the safety car.
So Josh
But-
on the intermediates.
Oh, good.
Oh boy. The Astons are not having a great race. Zox, Astons are insane. Well, Stone Kiwi, yet again, finds himself in the lead. And his closest rival, Matty Man, also Wolfie, not in the race. Beyond that, Matty Man is retired. And beyond that is Kenneth Ang, who sits in 7th. It's now whether Stone Kiwi can get perfect tyre life all the way until the end. Luke EXE, forget Red Bull, Alpha Tauri 1 and 2. Oh, it's true. And we're not even halfway through the race yet.
We keep creeping closer towards the halfway, but we can't quite make it.
The safety cars keep coming back. Fusion Psycho, Kiwi's gonna win, but don't want him to, but he will. I mean, it was looking pretty sweet for Kiwi up until Oreo spun, and he found himself down the middle of the pack. Now he's back at the front. So Joshi has retired from the session.
He's hit the wall trying to go into the pit lane.
Oh. Oh boy.
Well, lucky the safety car was already out, because that would have probably brought out the safety car.
Again, yeah, that's true.
The marshals will have plenty of time to drag that car away.
They've got all the time in the world as Zarko's in the pits. So Zox apparently said, I should have done a lap of Singapore before this. Yeah, you kind of do need the practice at Singapore. It's not a track you can just pick up and go on it. If it was Austria, you might be able to get away with it, but not here. Here, between Singapore, Monaco, and Baku, I find that these are the hardest tracks to learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't just pick up and go.
Not a good day in the Drivers' Championship for the green car.
No, it is leading the race at the moment, though.
What? Oh, I guess so. I had to think about that for a second. Still one Aston on track.
It's true. It's now a matter of when the Aston Martin is going to come into the pits and we can get underway. We've had, what, 5 laps under the safety car out of the 16. It kind of feels like forever, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, the lap time's much slower when you're behind that guy.
Mike Bertlander. Here we go, safety car in this lap. Bert Mylander, sorry. I don't know why I said Mike
Fast as
Bertlander.
Ian.
Bert Mylander.
He's our Bertlander.
Oh, man. Mike Bertlander. We've got our own safety car driver, and his name is Mike Bertlander. Now, I Love Controller is going to need to be very switched on Because we know how good Stone Kiwi is off these starts. Off these
Yeah,
restarts.
absolutely. This is going to be pretty pivotal, I suspect. Stone wants to maintain his lead.
I mean, I love controllers.
Everyone else is on better tyres.
Is pretty crafty, and he has been known to get some good jumps. But Stone Kiwi gone. Ooh, hang on, Reese has just
Ow.
passed.
Yeah. That was under yellows, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Kenneth Ain got a 5-second penalty for collision with Mad Dog.
There'll be something to unpack there for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Reese is coming back at JDZ Keith, who's trying to get past I Love Controller. Again, we're back into the pivotal moment of the race. Kenneth Ain has got a 5-second penalty, which Stone Kiwi has already served his 5-second penalty. So this is going to be an interesting run to the end. As there's contact between Reese Harris and JDZ Keith. Reese has made a giant dive. JDZ Keith saw it coming and performed the beautiful switchback.
I didn't see any contact that whole time. That looked great to me.
Really? I saw contact at
Yeah.
my end.
No, it looked clean as on my screen. A little bit of
Interesting.
desync maybe.
Possibly. Ooh, JDZ Keith getting really squirrely into the Anderson Bridge. Ooh, Kenneth Ain going down the inside of Mad Dog. These two getting very close yet again, like they were in Belgium.
I think Mad Dog trying to avoid Joe there really unsettled him and gave Kenneth that opportunity there.
Well, Kenneth's got it. Oh, there's a Red Bull going round. It's Travis' son. Oh man, action left, right, and center. No matter which way you look.
Where do you look?
Someone's spinning, someone's crashing, someone's passing. JDZ Keith 4/10, Reese Harris 3/10. Kenneth Ains hit the wall. That's not going to be good for the wing. It's all falling in front of Kenneth's eyes. As Oreo is trying to get past Josh KKH.
I don't think on these corners he's not going to do it. He had a good run down the straight, but that corner complex just didn't work out for him.
Reese Harris, JDZ Keith, so close behind each other, 4/10. Field starting to level out. Stone Kiwi is taken away. He's got a 2-second gap to I Love Controller. The man who can challenge him probably the most is down in 7th place. Just falling all the time. And I think Kenneth Ain probably has some wing damage too. Oh man, Reese is so close behind JDC. I see a dive coming somewhere.
He wants it. He knows he'll be able to make it stick if he needs to because he's got the tire advantage.
Yeah, he hasn't had a podium yet this season, so he's on for a podium. Miggs with a 3-second time penalty. JDC Keith is all over the road, just squirreling out of each corner.
Yeah, we're starting to fill his tires.
DRS enabled, and we're about to see some action between these three, and everybody else piling in around. But Reese and Harris on the move, it looks like. He's the man with probably the most amount of pace in the top, in between 2nd and 3rd and 4th. He seems to have dropped back a little bit as Zarko has passed Oreo. P11. DRS open. JDZ Keith will try and get closer to I Love Controller, but he's not close enough.
Man, we've got Joe, Mad Dog, and Kenneth battling very closely down a bit further. The next group of cars on. It's another 3 cars within almost half a second.
Kenneth Ain going down the inside. No, he backs out of it. I think Kenneth Ain's getting a little bit frustrated right now. He's going to try and perform a switch back into the Anderson Bridge, but that's not a switchback place. Kenneth Ain, oh
Yes,
man.
No room through there. That was a bit more of a switchback.
That's a lot more. That's more like it, Kenneth. That's what you need. You've set yourself up. Can you go around the outside of Mad Dog? Side by side, enough room has been left. Mad Dog's given in the room, and Kenneth Ang goes around the outside.
Very good overtake.
Brilliant overtake from Kenneth Ang. Mad Dog made him work for it, but the space was there.
Yeah, that was good. Very respectful of the hard racing. Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we like to see.
It's true. The sparks coming from Kenneth Ang's car, going over that curb. So the problem is, Mad Dog's out of touch with this pack because he's on 11-lap-old mediums, where the guys in front and behind are on fresh mediums.
Yeah, he's going to be struggling. All Candy's almost immediately on the scene to, you know, continue rubbing the salt in.
Yeah, this battle is getting ever closer. JDZ Keith 2/10 away from I Love Controller, who Reese Harris is away 3/10 away from JDZ Keith. I'm going to see... Oh, there's been some punting! Reese Harris hit the back of JDZ Keith, I think. Oh, JDZ Keith keeps his foot in it and takes second place from I Love Controller. I think Reese Harris has made the dive and taken third.
Oh. Who says you can't overtake in Singapore?
It's true. I Love Controller really fallen back, but again, I Love Controller's tyres... Oh, it's about the same level as Reese and Reese Harris's tyres, but fallen back. Kenneth Ang, 4/10 behind Joe. I think he's going to want to try and perform the same move he pulled on Mad Dog, because he needs to get after I Love Controller. He needs to get after Stone Kiwi, because Stone Kiwi's built himself out a 3.7 second lead. But it is a lot closer than when it was in Belgium. Belgium was 20 seconds, I think. Yet again, we're witnessing so many different battles going on a track in Tier 1.
It's what the safety car does for us. It presses the back again. You know, these drivers are so close together in terms of pace that it really could go either way.
Oh, Kenneth Ang almost losing the back end.
Get a little bit of sideways, get some style points while we're at it.
This is where it needs to count. Kenneth Ang closing in on Joe. He's got one more DRS to make use of. Ooh, that curb. Wobble Candy and Mad Dog going at it. Wobble Candy has passed Mad Dog. Oh, they're still there. Still battling. Mad Dog going for it. Wobble Candy going for it. They'll get, both of them will get the DRS.
Josh as well. He's arrived on the scene immediately as well.
Kenneth Ang's going for it on Joe. No, he does not. Josh makes the move on Mad Dog around the outside. Keeps the car within the bounds of the track. Mad Dog trying to go around the outside. Space is left. Yeah, no, it's not. It's done. But I see a Ferrari.
What happened to Miggs? I think Miggs back down the back there has dropped it.
Yeah, he did, but he's okay. He's now got Zarko close for company. Trevi's son just hanging around about 3.5 seconds back. Ooh, Kenneth Ang has jumped Joe. And Wobble Candy is now about to jump.
Has he made a mistake?
I don't know. Wobble Candy and Kenneth Ang going at it. Kenneth Ang very late on the brakes. He's hit the wall.
Oh, and Joe.
Oh, what's happened to Joe?
He's also broken himself through there. Just gone straight on. Lucky he just tapped the wall. I don't think... Doesn't look like he's picked up damage. But pride hurt and time lost for sure.
100%. I think Kenneth Ang copped. He can't turn left. He's got a box.
Kenneth Ang hit the wall there.
Yeah, he's boxing.
Yeah. It's not where you want to be.
It's gone from bad to worse for Kenneth Ang.
So he was on the he was on the hards, and he's going to go to a set of mediums, right?
Yeah, 100%. I don't see anything else going on that. JDZ looking brilliantly for P2. It's Reese Harris has got the work to do with 12-lap mediums. He's got to make these last another 9 laps. I think I Love Controller will be doing the same thing. So Reese is going to have to make a set of mediums last 22 laps.
And it's all the more difficult when you're, you know, fighting for a position. Like, he's been on the tail of Keith this whole time, and it's not good for your tires when you're doing that. That's when you're really working them.
On a separate news, according to Luke EXE, his cat fell off the couch trying to grab his tail.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, poor cat. Poor cat.
I'm falling off my couch just watching this.
You don't have a couch. In your living room, you do.
We have a couch in the house somewhere.
In the
Just
house, you
because I'm
do.
not sitting on it right now.
This is true.
You know what? I'm gonna go over there and fall off of it just.
Just to prove me wrong.
Just to prove you wrong.
Oh, brother. Oh, Kennedy going for a late dive on Miggs.
Man, that was sketchy through that whole section, through the bridge.
Yeah, it was. Reese Harris getting super close to JDZ Keith. He's not giving it up. Reese knows he can get a second.
Kenneth made the move.
Oh, he cleared the wall this time, so he's A-okay.
That was quite a dive. That was pretty impressive. But they didn't make contact. So up into 10th.
Yeah.
34 odd seconds to clear.
Mad Dog on the softs. Mad Dog pushing.
Yeah, he's on the
final.
pits. Is he? He's got the time. He'll be a pit stop ahead still.
Yeah, he does. He'll be okay. It's.
I guess might as well box and secure your position.
Oh, 100%. It's going to come down to. Well, Stone Kiwi's pulled a gap of 4.6. It's been quite gradual, actually. I would have thought Stone Kiwi would have pulled away a bit more, but JDZ Keith is doing really well.
Yeah, and I mean Reese right there on his tail still.
Oreo.
Stayed within a second for since the safety car restart.
Yeah, Oreo getting very close to Devaka Joe. I don't think he's going to make the move down here. Yeah, Reese is super close. I Love Control has just fallen back. I would have liked to have seen Reese if he's in the lead, because he's making these mediums last 13 laps. I mean, they won't have done 13 racing laps. They probably would have done about 7 racing laps.
Right.
But I would have liked to see him what he can do in the lead, because I think he is being held up by JDZ Keith. He's just unable to find a way through as Wobble Candy's on the back of I Love Controller. Is he going to go for the move? He does. Into turn 1. Breaks late. Takes the position. And that is P4 for Wobble Candy. McLaren moving up the order. Ooh, JDZ Keith got really squirrely. Already got himself a 3-second time penalty. Reese Harris still 6/10 away. The gap. Again, all the gaps other than Mad Dog. Mad Dog 22 seconds away from Travis Sun. So he's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Kenneth Ang with
I think he'll be going for time.
Yeah, he'll be going for the fastest race lap. Kenneth Ang just did that now with a 138.7.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh,
That's on medium.
Reese was millimeters away from the wall. It lost the rear coming through turn 14.
So you want to be? Millimeters away is perfect.
Not when the back end is sticking out on you.
Everything's under control, I reckon.
Josh KKH closing the back of I Love Controller. I Love Controller, he's going to the end, but he's just becoming a sitting duck because the tyres are complaining at all times. And he's being swamped by Josh KKH.
It looks to me like Reese starting to lose touch with these tyres here. It's 14 laps old.
He's still there.
He's there, but he's definitely struggling, and he's boxing.
Is he? Ooh.
So he'll be going on to the softs.
Yeah.
Keep saying supers.
Pre-2018.
The softs are super fast.
Well, he's going to be passed by Zarko. He's going to be passed by Travis Sun. Josh KKH trying to go around the outside of I Love Controller.
Or not.
So Reese is going to have to pump in some surreal laps. He's not going to catch. He might not catch Travis Sun and Zarko. But Josh going around the outside of I Love Controller. I Love Controller latest on the brakes. Josh trying to do a switch back. And I Love Controller blocked him off perfectly. Ooh, Josh almost lost the rear end.
So 6 laps up the front. We've got 2 hard runners, then medium runners all the way down to 8th. They're all pretty old tires. I mean, I Love Control is 16 lap old mediums. Do you think there's anything here for Reese to pick up? He's at 12 seconds down on Travi. That could be one to watch.
It
with
depends
more or less 5 laps to go.
how fast he catches Travi. If he closes 3 seconds a lap to Travi, passes Travi, I don't see him catching I Love Control unless I Love Controller falls off the cliff. So
That's what I'm saying. Those guys are at risk of, you know, like, those tires are old. They could drop it at any point. The walls are so close here.
well, look,
And they become closer as your tires get worn out.
Reese is in Sector 2 and he's gained 1.4 seconds on Travi.
Yeah,
So
he's putting chunks into that time.
It's there or thereabouts for where I expect Reese needs to be if he's going to catch I Love Controller.
Definitely want to keep an eye on.
It will be. It really will be. So look, he's 9.5. You know what? He's on course to do that. He's actually gained more than 3 seconds in one lap. He actually gained 3.2 seconds in one lap. So at that rate, he actually might catch this little battle here if this continues.
Definitely. But I mean, overtaking is not easy, so it's a gamble.
Oy, so Josh gets himself a 3-second time penalty. That's rough. But he's now able to pull away from I Love Control, so I don't imagine I Love Control will be 3 seconds away, close to him in the next couple of laps.
Yeah.
He's struggling on those mediums.
Yeah, mediums. They're old. That's 17 laps now.
Yeah, they're
What was the projected tire life on those?
about 15 laps at solid performance.
Do you think he'll make it to the end? When are we starting to think about puncture territory?
Well, you got to remember he hasn't done 17 laps at racing speed.
Oh, of course. But I mean, even so, they're old.
Oh yeah, 100%. They are definitely old. So, ooh, actually, Reese is now 5 seconds away from Travis Sun. He's just pulled out another 2.8 seconds.
He's doing what he needs to do.
So Reese actually might get Travi by lap 29. And if he gets Travi, he's got to close down Zarko. And if he gets Zarko, then he might be able to think about I Love Controller. But it's their ifs. There are big ifs.
Yeah, overtakes are any overtakes a big if here.
And Reese in Harris, a 138.5.
There you go.
He's got to do that. He's
He's
got to do that 2 or 3 times.
Like you said, it's still a ways off of our current lap record here during the race.
Yeah, he's got no ERS though, so he burnt through all the ERS, which means he will be slower coming through Sector 1. Let's see, what's his Sector 1 time? He's 2.2 from Travis Sun. We know these guys have some fun history.
You can see him just down the road.
Yeah, it's 1.8 seconds. He's
when the next driver comes into view, you know that kind of eggs you on a little bit, doesn't it?
You know what? He's actually going to get him by lap 28. I said 29, but he might do it lap 28. Stone
Gonna
King
get done in a few corners. Look at the closing.
unbelievable. I mean, I know the soft to medium, the difference between the two tires is still quite big, but the softs just don't have the tire life in comparison. But look at that. He's under a second.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna need the tire life at this point. What he wants is the pace. They're working for him.
He's just got 100%. Where's he? The question is, where is he going to send it? Not when.
Yeah. It's a risky part of the track.
Oh
He's
my
not
god,
waiting,
he actually... Travis Sun. Oh, Travis Sun's
contact.
gone round.
Oh, unlucky.
That is unlucky. But Reese, the march goes. He got in before lap 28 even started. And Travis Sun's deciding to go, I want a pair of softs.
They look pretty good.
Reese and Harris, 4.9 from Zarko. What is he going to be able to pull from Zarko in the next couple of laps? The gap between JDZ Keith and Stone Kiwi's actually come down 2 tenths, which I find extraordinary. Stone Kiwi, who's at the pace? for most of this race. So this is interesting. Kenneth Ang, 5/10 behind Mad Dog, 3/10 behind Mad Dog. Ever closing on Mad Dog.
Mhm.
It's medium to soft, medium V soft here. Reese Harris 3.8 away from Zarko. Kenneth Ang and Mad Dog seem to love sharing the same piece of tarmac. They
That's how
didn't.
it goes sometimes.
they shared a lot of the race in Belgium, and they've shared a lot of this race. Oh, Kenneth Ang almost lost the rear end.
You just need a little bit more out of his run there. Not quite close enough. Oh, but
Mad Dog's,
lock up.
yeah, Mad Dog outbraked himself. He got a bit scared from Kenneth Ang.
Now they're side by side.
Oh, who's gonna stick it in? They're still side by
Oh.
side, just enough space.
A little bit of contact.
Zarko at 5/10 behind iLife Controller with Reese and Harris 2.4. Reese can smell 5th place. Zarko should get iLife Controller, but even Zarko's on very old tyres. 14.
Yeah, everyone up that end of the field is.
Reese is flying. The man on a mission. Oh man, Kenneth Ang super close behind Mad Dog too. Don't give me this view. Give me that view. Oh, Kenneth Ang's had to just avoid the action. Reese and Harris is 5/10 away from Zarko's car.
He's right there.
He actually
Over them now.
caught back up to 5th place in 4 laps. Such as the
Yeah.
speed of the soft tyres.
Amazing.
Is Reese going to send it on Zarko? He is. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no! Reese is missing his right end plate.
And
Oh
that's
no!
brought his charge to a screeching halt.
Oh
Does he-
no!
Box?
Oh, it's a good question. It's a very good
There's a
question.
lot to lose behind.
Wobble Candy
Well,
gets
only 11 seconds to the next car, 10 seconds in closing.
Yeah,
He stands to lose a few positions. I think he's going to stay up.
yeah. Oh, that's such a shame from Reese. He was on
Yeah.
the charge. We missed also Wobble Candy getting a 3-second time penalty, but JDZ Keith has actually been closing in on Stone Kiwi. Little by little. It's only small, but
And I don't think it's going to be quite enough. He's also got a 3-second penalty he's minding here.
this is true. But he's
Josh
Josh.
going to be safe on I Love Controller with that. He's going to... The gap's going to eat the 3-second penalty.
Yeah, will. He'll be fine.
And then, I mean, if you look down the order, they're all in time penalty order, so probably no surprises further down either.
Yeah, I don't imagine much changing, but Kenneth Ang getting very close to the back of Reese Harris. Oh, that's such a shame for Reese. Viewers, if you turn your attention to the chat, you can vote for your driver of the day. Put it in, and we'll announce that at the end towards the driver briefing. So, straight away, yeah, go vote for your driver of the day. We'll pull that up. Zarko and I Love Controller back at it yet again. I Love Controller's gone very deep. And Reese has been mugged by Kenneth.
I don't know if that was mugged. I think it was more Reese handing over his wallet.
He's still been mugged.
You need the wing here. There's not much you can do without end plates.
No.
You need that downforce. You need every little bit of it.
Yeah, 100%. The only time it won't matter is down the straight.
Yeah.
I feel so sorry for Reese. But it's Zarko. It's Zarko who's super close behind I Love Controller. I Love Controller, I must admit, has been having a very, very solid race.
Oh, apparently the DOTD form is not accepting responses.
Ooh, okay. Try now, people. Everyone, try now. Vote for your driver of the day. Try now. Should be fine. So, viewers, turn your attention to, the chat. Vote for your driver of the day. There we go. I got first response in.
Okay.
Stone Kiwi, where is he? He's coming around the final part of the track. Reese Harris might just stay ahead of Mad Dog, and that's a big might. The Stone Kiwi, he's about to cross the line for his 4th race win in a row. He had to work for this one, quite hard too. But he crosses the line in first. JDZ Keith gets his 2nd place and his first podium in OCE-RL 1. Wobble Candy was super close behind. Josh KKH on his debut picks up 4th place on his debut. So that's a very solid result for Josh. I Love Controller and Zarko still going at it. And I Love Controller is going to pick up 5th and Zarko 6th. Kennethang is going to come around. I feel really sorry for Kennethang as well. He comes around to finish 7th. Reese and Harris is apparently in the wall and he's dropped 2 places to Mad Dog and Migs.
I don't think he was in the wall. He's just no pace without that end plate.
Mad Dog and Migs go on for it for the last 8th and 9th. Is Migs going to get Mad Dog? He has.
Oh, he is.
Oh, wow.
I was not expecting that. So in the last few corners there, Mad Dog I think just clipped a wall, and that's let Migs close that gap back up.
Unreal.
Not to mention Reese getting in the mix there a bit slower.
And that marks round 6.
Yeah, well, there's a little bit to unpack there.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Unreal. And the game, who did it vote for driver of the day? I'd missed that actually, because I was trying to look at where our viewers were voting. The Stone Kiwi gets his 4th race win in a row. Oh man, what? I wonder what would have happened had we not have gotten that 2nd safety car. To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what if, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, it crumbles the way it crumbles, and all the drivers can do is make the most of the situation they're in.
Yeah, that's... But in the end, Stone Kiwi gets the race win from JDZ Keith. From Wobble Candy, Josh KKH finishes 4th, I Love Controller in 5th, Zarko 6th, Kennethang 7th, Migs 8th, Mad Dog 9th, Reese Harris 10th, Joe 11th, Oreo 12th, Travis Sun 13th, Sir Joshi 14th, Zox 15th, Matty Man, Tycho, our retirements between these 4, but yeah, Matty Man 16th and Tycho 17th. Oh man. What a race. What a race. But I think we'll quickly announce the driver of the day from the viewers, and that was actually given to Zarko too. So Zarko got given the driver of the day from the viewers.
Nice. Solid finish for him.
Yeah. Let's turn our attention to the driver interviews. Why do you do this to me?
You still can't do it?
Not that I can't do it. It's showing... Hang on. I don't know what's going on, but it's showing the actual Discord, but it's not showing the interview screen, which I find really entertaining. So, let me...
Hello, I'm here.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll get our first...
Have you you deleted an asset or something?
No,
We broke
it's
your
fixed.
leg.
I fixed it.
Oh, is it fixed?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So we're all good to go. All good to party. All right, let's get our first one. Well, let's get out. Where is our interviewers? We're missing. We need Josh K. What do you call it? JDZ Keith, Stone Kiwi, and Wobble Candy is who we're missing. So let's get these guys in for a bit of an interview. I think we'll go with 3rd place man Wobble Candy first. Chris, if you can invite, because I can't do it. I don't know why I can't invite people into our
Alright, who's in here?
Wobble Candy is in, so we'll go with Wobble Candy first, and then see if you can grab JDZ Keith and Stone Kiwi. Wobble Candy, are you there? Wobble. Seem to have some. Okay. Sorry, viewers. Trying to get this up and going for you. I think we're having a few network issues. So, Chris, can you re-invite Wobble Candy for me? It doesn't give me the option to
Yeah,
invite.
that's weird.
I really don't understand why. What have I done wrong? Wobble Candy, are you there? Hello.
Just faded in.
he's
Oh, Vamp, let's hear some jokes from you, mate.
Hang on, we saw some movement. You there?
Oh yeah.
There we go. We got
Yeah,
him.
I'm here, yeah.
Finally got him.
Oh, we did it.
We did it.
Yay.
How you doing?
Yeah, feeling good. It's a really tough race. This track is really tough, and with all the safety cars. But I'm happy. I'm happy that I finished third. I could have been second, but the tires went there at the end, so I had a mistake. So got P3 is good.
I mean, look, it's great. I actually wanted to ask, what could it have been had you not have spun in the first early stages?
I'm not sure. I don't think I would have gotten Kenneth. I'm sure the undercut here is pretty powerful, but I tried, but I spun. But that was the safety car right after that, so I don't think it did make much of a difference, to be honest. And yeah, and it was the second safety car when in the lap 13, 14 that time I was thinking about whether I should stay out or not, and I saw Kenneth going into the pits, and then I tried to follow him, but then yeah, I'm not sure if I should put pit in that time though. Yeah.
I was just about to ask, do you think that was the right call? Because we know it was a struggle for you guys that boxed in the second safety car, because everyone who boxed in the first safety car just kind of jumped you guys. So, if in hindsight, do you think it would have been better to stay out?
I think I might have a chance to jump Stone Kiwi. He seems to have some floor damage, so I don't think he would have gotten me.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I think he has some damage, to be honest. I was like closing up on him on the final laps. You gotta ask him,
This is true.
Yeah. Then again, yeah, I'll have to pit for softs at the end and have to overtake some cars. Either way, I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure if I stayed out, it would be a bit better. But yeah, gotta see the replay,
Yeah, of course. So, but in any case, you come with another podium to your name. You must be loving life at the top, in the top three.
Yeah, I'm still chasing that win.
Yeah.
If Stone Kiwi doesn't show up, maybe I can win next time.
Well, in any case, you got that podium. It promotes you further up the order in the Drivers' Championship. So,
Cheers.
well
Cheers.
done, Wobble Candy. I think
Thank you.
we'll go on to our winner, who is here, Stone Kiwi. Yeah, Chris, do you want to just quickly invite him for me?
Coming up.
Here we go. Stone Kiwi should be able to chat. Just accept, and we get straight in. So, I think the only one we're missing is JDZ Keith. Is who we're missing right now. Okay, Stone Kiwi's here. You there, Stone Kiwi?
I am.
How you doing?
Not bad.
Not bad. How was that?
It's a bit more hectic than I would like. Got there in the end.
Well, I was just saying actually to earlier with Chris, it was much more difficult. Not in your comfort zone at the top. You were stuck in the middle of the pack, and according to Wobble Candy, you may have had some floor damage. Do you want to shine some light on that?
Yeah. Well, first, I think Oreo spun in front of me. I got stuck behind him.
Yeah, I think we saw that on the stream.
And then I got going. And then I think the next lap I got stuck behind someone who spun. and I think I damaged my front wing, and someone came flying into me, and I damaged my floor. And well, yep, bit of drama.
So that explains what. I mean, because we saw the sort of glimpse of it where you guys got stuck in the Anderson Bridge, and we saw like a 4 or 5 car pile up, and
Yeah, someone spun, and then I got stuck behind him again. So bloody repeat.
well, I mean, look, at the end of the day, you still came away with the win even after some unlucky circumstances. But would
Yeah,
that
then
have?
I got like with the safety car.
Yeah, I was about to say the second safety car came and helped you out quite a bit because the guys that were at the front came into the pits and probably what ultimately proved to be the wrong decision, but it was the right decision for you.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised I came out first. To be honest, I don't know how that happened.
Hmm. But oh, it's look. End of the day, it's racing.
Yep.
So, but look, you get your 4th win in a row, and how do you feel about Britain?
Another one of my favorites. Looking forward to it.
So we'll see just how good you are around Britain then. Looking forward to it, Stone Kiwi. Well done, congratulations, and you now lead the drivers' championship. So
Sweet, thank you.
no worries at all. No worries, Stone Kiwi. Uh, okay, I think while we don't have JDZ Keith here, we'll probably give a moment, but I think more and the driver interview here.
Yeah, I
No,
don't know where he is.
no, I don't know. No JDZ Keith. So it's just the second, first and third place man in on the podium.
I'm sure he's happy to get that Ferrari up there. I'm sure you're happy to get that Ferrari up there.
Oh, I'm very happy. The last time we came to visit Singapore, we won actually. No, I take that back. We did win. Vettel won with in the Ferrari, so I'm happy with that. But look, at the end of the day, it's some good points for AlphaTauri, good points for Ferrari. Ferrari get themselves up the order because they were on 16 points in the constructors. So this brings them up. But as the race, it was I mean, it was just as crazy as Tier 2, and hard to tell whether we had the same deseeking issues.
The game seemed a little bit more well behaved this time around, but I mean, I definitely saw murmurs of problems for sure.
Hmm.
I mean, we got to see plenty of really close racing, which was nice.
Yeah, but that's what we want.
Yeah, of course.
And cars, I mean, look, we saw plenty of dives, plenty of outbreaks, safety cars. I'm just more surprised in the first incident with Tycho Hendricks, we didn't have a safety car because when Miggs was coming around, he almost collected him.
I wonder if there's even yellows there. You think so?
It was yellow, but the game didn't think it was worth a safety car. But
No, wasn't that bad. It's just a car strewn across the racing line, you know, on the main straight.
it's true. The Matty Mans incident brought the safety car when he had his tire rolling around the circuit, which was pretty funny.
Well, it's funny in the game. You do like to see that kind of stuff in real life.
This is true. In the game, it's a bit different. No, there's no lives on the line in the game.
Like, quite a great video on Reddit in the F1 subreddit of, I think, Raikkonen's AI smashing his car on the Baku straight and just flinging the tire down the straight. It kind of reminded me of that.
Oh,
I don't know if anyone's seen that.
I don't think I have, but that is quite quite reminiscent. So
Tires can get loose pretty easily in this game, it sounds like.
yeah, it's true. It's true. So, but look, I enjoyed this round. We look forward to round 7 at Britain. 3 races to go, and season 4 is done. So it's
Not long at all.
I know. This is also the last race of our 4-week header, and it's been one tough 4 weeks.
It's been long. Yep.
Oh, it has.
We copped that F1 update, and it's really thrown a spanner into things with desync and every other problem we've seen. We saw some F1 drivers join the lobby at the end of qualifying there.
That's true.
I've never seen that before in my life.
I think I've seen it a couple of times, but it seems to be a bit more predominant now. So
that's always fun, but the end of the day, we're getting some good race again.
That's true. But then again, we actually don't see it a lot in Tier 2 because we always have 20 drivers.
Ah, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So Tier 1's averaged about 17 to 18 drivers, but
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know. Guackle was hoping for a Mick Schumacher podium, but he never started, so no podium for him. In any case,
In some universe, it happened.
it will maybe one day. Maybe one day. He'll get the Haas on top, or if he's in a Ferrari at one stage. But we look forward to round 7 at Britain. So if you're watching from the Tier 2 race, I explained this a little bit before, but I'll do it again. So next weekend, the 10th of October, what would have been the Japanese Grand Prix, we took it off because the Japanese Grand Prix is usually held at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Australian time, or Victoria Australian time, which is directly in between Tier 2 and the Tier 1 race, so we decided to take it off. But Japan was cancelled by F1, and they've now put Turkey there. So we're still taking the day off in any case, because this is our calendar. And then we move to the 17th of October, which is the British Grand Prix. And we'll obviously then go from there into October 24th, where it's another break week. But then we have Melbourne Cup weekend for us Victorians, which will be a public holiday, so no week there. And then we got a double header with Austria and then Australia finishing off the last round of the season. So that's just what's left. I think the only thing that's left to do is, one, thank you, Chris, for joining me in the Combox, as it's always amazing to have you here with me.
You're welcome. It was fun to watch.
Always is, always is. Thank you, viewers, for watching, for checking it out, for staying tuned, staying active in the chat. It's always great that you guys are participating and watching, and because it means the world to us. So thank you so much. We look forward to the week after. So not next week, we've got a break week, but the week after we're back for round 7. So we'll catch you all very, very soon. See you, everyone.
Ciao.